in 2023. I really want to be consistent, although I do understand, recognize, and accept the fact that it's okay to slack off sometimes. You can't be consistent forever. Like, you will get to certain points where you will need a break to rest. I do understand that, but I just don't want it to be a thing where when I stop with the consistency, I just fall back to my old habits, because what it tells me is those were not actually habits. Hello mes amours, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy and I make videos about everything that has to do with books, fashion and self-improvement. So if that's something you like to see or hear more of, please consider finishing this video and checking out my other ones. Thank you. Okay, today is the 27th of December. To be honest, the 28th, considering that it's like past midnight. I have my planner for the year. I actually cannot wait to fill it up. I think I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, I do love like digital planning. Like, I love Notion and all, but I'm a physical planner girl. Now that we've finished with the little talk, let's just get to it. My laptop is here for the beauty of it. I'm not gonna be using it. This is a notebook I'm gonna use, and as you can see, I've already started using it because I had already started like brain dumping what I wanted to do for the year. I'm gonna use my 2022 goals to kind of have an idea of what I want to keep and what I do not want to keep. My 2023 planner, which I've spoken about, and finally my iPad is there, but I don't know if I'm gonna be using it. I think I'll just have my iPad there for some inspiration. I need to say, I'm gonna film like a Notion setup video. I do have like 3 Notion templates, you know, like every time you go on YouTube and you watch people's tips on like creating a Notion page, and just like watching the whole way the Notion page is set up, and you fall in love with it, and then you download the free template and then you never use it. Yeah, I think I have like 3 that are literally there on my Notion looking at me and I'm looking at them. And I also have my own Notion page that I set up. So I do want to kind of like, after I'm done with like the whole goal planning, film a video when I'm actually putting those goals on my Notion. If I have to be honest, like my whole 2023 planning does not start with me sitting in front of my planner. It actually starts with me checking out other people's videos, checking out Pinterest, like just getting ideas on how I want the year to be. I've already watched the videos, I've brainstormed some ideas. I'm also thinking of like filming a vision board video. But anyways, right now I'm just gonna brainstorm. Okay, before we start brainstorming, I feel like I should speak about how the year 2022 went, what I took from it, and how I'm thinking of like advancing. Okay, let's talk about the year 2022. Everything I didn't accomplish were either things I genuinely did not care for anymore, or things that were outside of my control. But for the most part, I think I was focused, you know. I kept on going back to my goals every month just to be sure. But of course, there are a lot of things I wish I had been able to accomplish that I didn't. And it saddens me. I had different categories I wanted to focus on. These that were health and wellness, finances, writing, social, spiritual, and happiness. And of course, I had like in the end a list of things that scared me that I really wanted to do for the year 2022. We'll go through them like one by one. In the health and wellness categories, I had 2 different like bullet points that were body and soul and mind. When it comes to soul and mind, I think I'm really disappointed with how I handled it this year. But when it comes to body, I feel like I was serious. I was like really serious. So getting back into exercising and fitness, working on bettering my personal hygiene, and that encapsulated learning more and adopting a dental hygiene routine. And then I wanted to learn more on shaving and body scent. Also, I wanted to learn more on skincare. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of how much I've advanced, how much I've grown when it comes to skincare. I mentioned it before. I used to be one of those girls, and I'm so ashamed of admitting to that I used to think like literally, like when I'm saying skincare, it's mainly about like my face. How basically I just needed to wash my face with soap, and listen to me, the same soap or body wash I was using on my body, I would use the same on my face. Like literally, I had no routine when it came to my skin. And like, it's really like, I think from last year I started really wanting to learn. I tried press on nails for the first time this year. I don't know if I should be ashamed of that considering my age. I really liked it. But what I didn't like about it, if I have to be honest, afterwards, it took a very long time for my nails to get back to the health I don't know if I'm ready to compromise my nails health. That's a conversation I need to have with myself in 2023. In 2022, really, it was like a year for like doing new things. Like genuinely, when it comes to like trying new things, I'm proud of myself. I also wanted to learn more on hair care. I feel like I really neglected my hair this year, so it's something I have to take seriously in 2023. I also wanted to work on my gut health. I did buy probiotics. I still feel like I have a lot to learn about gut health. The next part was to solo mine. I had 1 month of therapy. I wanted to work on my sleep schedule. I wanted to take care of my thoughts by meditating and journaling. Therapy did not happen this year. I'm really disappointed because it's something I really want to do. When I had the thought of doing it the first time, I did have the means, but right now I feel like it will be more of a luxury. Also, sleeping schedule was good in the beginning of the year. Now that I'm alone, I've not been as serious as I want. I've seen the benefits and the advantages of waking up earlier, must I say. And of course I still do accomplish what I need to accomplish for the day when I wake up late. But it's just like I love that feeling of waking up earlier, and I feel like that's something I would want to like, work on more. The next thing is taking care of my thought by journaling. Journaling, I've been slowly trying to get back into it. Moving on to finances, I'm not gonna linger there because those things are a bit private. Towards the end of 2021, I doubled how much I was making in my business, and I actually thought I could sustain it, not realizing that it was just because it was Christmas. So I literally set myself like crazy goals for the year of 2022. So when the money actually started like decreasing, it broke me. That's not the word I should say. Like, it's really like affected me in a very bad way. It's kind of like when you're used to a particular like lifestyle or like making a certain amount of money and it decreased. Our finances was separated into two categories, which were income and long-term security. My business was like a bigger goal for me. I also wanted to create another stream of income, and that I didn't do. And I also wanted to publish a book I was working on. I say was, it's very important that you keep was, because I feel like this year I slacked there. So I wanted to publish that book on Kindle, didn't finish the book, so didn't get around to doing that. So within 2023, I want to get serious about my passive incomes. And the thing with passive incomes is before they become passive incomes, they need to be active ones. So you need to put in the work. Long-term security, I really wanted to get into investing, which I haven't done this year. The amount of money I have invested is laughable, like genuinely laughable. And I also wanted to save a particular amount from my emergency fund, which I kind of did, and then I ended up using the money for emergency. So I don't know how I should how I should like put that. The next category was writing, and like I mentioned, writing was not it this year. Like, I'm really ashamed because I've been writing ever since I was a child. But like I know like everything that is about me is always like ever since I was a child, like ever since I can remember. But that's the truth. So I really want 2023 to be the year where I actually not only get into it but also get some of my work published. I only got one work published. It was in French, and the publishing company was so shit, like I regret. But to be honest, even when I was doing it, I knew I was just doing it just to say like I got published, so it's fine. Okay, so when it comes to social, it was separated into media and real life. Just like I just want to say, when it comes to media, I did not do a good job. And also when it comes to social, there was real life. I wanted to like get out more because I do not go out unless I necessarily have to. So I literally have no social life, only a work life and a home life, is that a thing. I wanted to also make more friends and visit people and just like, I don't know, like explore more, like get out, rather than like always being like in my bubble, in my room or my house or whatever. It was a fail. Social was completely a fail. Now, when it comes to spiritual, I did feel like I read some books of the Bible, not every month, which is really sad, but I did like advance on that. I do make notes when I read books of the Bible, which I kept on doing, reading more faith and Christian books. I only read one. Still, I'm reading that one, to be honest. Praying every morning and listening to gospel songs, that has also been a fail. I've been praying, but not every morning. But one thing I want to say is I've kept God in my mind at all times. Kind of. The next category was happiness. It's almost finished. Okay, guys, like, I'm sorry. I know, like, I should watch this, shouldn't I? So that included like reading, and I wanted to read one book by at least one of my favorite authors. I have 3: Oscar Wilde, Daphne du Maurier, and Franz Kafka. I haven't read any. For each of them, I had a particular book I wanted to read, but I haven't. I did start the trial this month, but I don't know if I'll finish it before the end of the year. I also wanted to read first more books by African authors, and second, like, more books by women. I don't think I've done much reading this year, which is really sad. The next one was to read Crime and Punishment and maybe The Idiot by Dostoevsky. I'm kind of reading like Crime and Punishment. I did take a lot of pauses. That's why I couldn't finish Dostoevsky, but I really like the story. Crime and Punishment is so good. So I'm definitely gonna finish it in 2023. The next point was knowledge. I'm really not gonna like make it a whole thing, but there are a lot of things I wanted to learn when it comes to like the word, understanding more of the word. I am learning Spanish right now. Didn't really learn much of it, but I did incorporate a lot of Spanish words in my normal day-to-day talking. So I feel like even if I wasn't active, I was passively learning it. I also wanted to do something new every day, like things that scared me. I wanted to start speaking up because I do not. I also wanted to work on my dressing code and waking up early. Now, the list of things that scare me. The first one was therapy for a month. The second thing was a swimming membership for a month, which I did not do. But definitely, I think 2023, I'm not even joking, I'm gonna do that, because swimming is one of those hobbies that actually make me really happy. So I really want to get back into swimming. The third one was going to the cinema alone, which I did. And I chose cinema like because it was the easiest thing I could do alone, without needing other people. But if there was something else like I could have chosen, like there's so many things I could have chosen to do alone, but that seems like the safest bet. But genuinely, I'm not a cinema person. Then the next was to travel alone within the UK. I did go to Birmingham and I did go to London. So is that good? Is that is ticked. I wanted to explore new places for sourcing. I do have a reselling business, so I do need to go to different places and source new items. I did try new places, not as many as I would have liked to, but I did. I wanted to record and upload my first YouTube video, which I did. So happy. I wanted to go vegetarian for a week, which I did. Oh my god, it was so stressing. In the beginning, I was like really like, oh my god, this is so cool, like I can do it. And then towards the end, I was like exploring whether or not I could like eat fish. Googling online, is it okay to eat cheese when I'm on a vegetarian diet? It's something I need to kind of do more of in 2023. I wanted to visit a museum in Nuneaton that I've been eyeing for a while now, but I wasn't able to. Hopefully in 2023. I wanted to make my nails. I did put in parentheses like pedi and mani, but only did my manicure. I wanted to buy my first wig and wear it, which is something I think I'm gonna do before the end of this year. Like, I was gonna do it a few days ago, then I realized that I could get scammed because I'm planning on buying it from AliExpress, and I do not have like much experience when it comes to AliExpress. From what I've heard, like that's where a lot of people go buy their wigs, and I think I'm getting to that point where I'm tired of just like either having my hair in a ponytail, having my hair naturally, or having my hair in braids. So I'm trying to learn new things. So a wig is something I've been really considering. I've wanted to go bowling, and it's so shocking how everyone I actually propose it to does not want to do it, because either they've done it before or they don't like it. I need new people in my life, don't I? Last one was to get a boyfriend. That is so scary. It's like, you're telling me you were sitting down and you were like, I need to get a boyfriend this year. I've never had a boyfriend, so I think recently it's been something that's really been bothering me, like, oh, I need to get a boyfriend. I need to get a boyfriend. But at the end of the day, it's not like my priority, because if I really wanted it, I would have found ways to do it. Example, I would have actually gone out more. Like, I'm actually not gonna meet someone by staying in my room. Like, and finally, there's a last goal that I will not mention because it's quite personal. Now that I've spoken so much that my throat hurts, let's plan for 2023, basically. One thing I really love about this planner is that it comes with a calendar. There was a time in my life I was really serious about calendar blocking. So I don't know, I think it's nice when you can have like an entire calendar and be like, this is what's going there, this is what's going there. So I really like the idea of that planner, to be honest. Okay, so the way I plan for my year is I would go at the back of the planner, because I think the way those planners are kind of made, it's easier for me to just do that. So I'll find like where notes are, and that's where I'm gonna start planning, and then I'll plan for like the month of January. I'm not really sure what I want my word of the year to be. I've thought about like boundaries, because I do want to work on my boundaries in 2023. Like, I need to set boundaries. I'm tired of people walking all over me, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why I've treated myself so much, because I'm like, I think in my mind it's like, if I don't surround myself with people, how are they gonna walk over me? But because I'm like such a quiet person, it's easier for people to think they can be rude for no reason, or like just like exploit for no reason. The way I can work on that is, first of all, like really being serious about like speaking up. People are not gonna take me like as a confident type if I'm not speaking up. So that's something I like really need to take seriously this year. I don't know. Focus. I really like focus. Because I feel like the more years pass, the more focused I become, especially considering how my birthday this year is really gonna be like a milestone. Oh, I make it sound so like suspicious, like so mysterious. I would need to be focused, because I know how they say like giving yourself like till a particular age is like the worst thing you can do, because first of all, people have different ways of advancing, but genuinely for me, like the age I'm gonna be this year, like in 2023, I feel like I really want to like have my life in order so I can like make mistakes. I don't know, that sounds weird. So I think focus is gonna be my word of the year. Is that too, I don't know, basic? This year I want to separate it in only 4 categories, because there were too many categories last year, and we're not doing that anymore. The first category is gonna stay health and wellness, then I'll have personal, then I'll have financial, and finally creative. Okay, so basically I just finished like not only preparing my goals for the year of 2023, but also for the month of January. My list for the month of January is pretty long, but once I start talking about that, like, you will literally realize that it's actually me trying to figure out what I want my routine to be like. So I brain dumped everything. I also wanted to mention like how I saw this girl talk about like different categories of your life and kind of giving them ratings. Like I said, I do plan on filming a vision board and also a Notion setup. So that if that's something you would like to see, please consider subscribing. Skin and body, when it comes to health and wellness, I do want to get rid of the scars that the acne has left on my face, and also if I can get rid of my acne completely. I don't know if that's a thing. And also hyperpigmentation on my body. I also want to start eating healthier, feeding my body what's good for my gut, and also moving more. There's this app that I use that is called Rainfo. I have a smart body scale. Basically, like when you stand on it, it will give you like different informations. I like it when I step on it and everything is green. So I do want all the categories to stay green, like throughout the entire year. I do want to work on improving my physical appearance in all possible forms. I know it sounds so like, genuinely want to start caring for myself more, and maybe I kind of phrased it wrong, but it includes like my teeth, which are very like, it's really something I'm very serious about. My makeup, my hair, and my body. The next point is mind. I do still consider therapy, although I did point out that it will depend on my income whether or not it increases. I want to do things that make me happy or calm when I'm stressed or overwhelmed. I do want to start like spending less time on my phones or like any screens, at night, and just improving my sleeping schedule. When it comes to personal goals, I separated it into wants and needs. So the first thing in my want category is to do something out of my comfort zone every month. I also want to visit a new city or a new place every week, every month. I do want to get that swimming membership finally this year. I'm also considering joining a new club, but I feel like personally, if I do get that swimming membership, I'm fine. Like, I do not need to be making friends anywhere else. And my needs category includes socializing more. I want to talk more to people that make me happy, and I also want to find more people that do that. Also, like, I want to get back into writing either as a hobby or as a passive income, but just as a hobby first because it's something that really makes me happy. I regretted putting it in personal. I think it would have been better in creative, but it's fine. Then the next category is financial. This list is not long. I did say I want to double my income once again before the end of the year. I want to create a listing schedule for reselling. I do want to get a new job. I want to establish a passive income, one at least passive income by the end of the year. And finally, I want to save a particular amount in my emergency funds this year. It's the same amount I mentioned last year. So really, like, it's something I know I can actually accomplish. Finally, when it comes to creative, I want to create 60 videos on YouTube this year. More will be better, but genuinely I want to use a conservative number that would take into consideration me making 5 videos, if I'm not mistaken, every month. And I think I can do that. In this month though, I've told myself I want to make 4 videos. If I can, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I want to start with 4 videos. I've been making 4 videos like every month, but I do want to like double, not, yeah, doubling would be like the goal, but for now I think 4 or 5 videos is what I'm aiming for. I want to switch up my style like completely. I'm tired of like this whole casual wear style. I really want to start dressing more like a minimalistic, formal, and I also want to start working on new ideas. I wrote new writing ideas as draft, and I know that sentence doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my mind. I need this one last goal that is pretty personal that I would not speak about. So, you guys, that's like kind of my 2023 goals. They're less than like my 2022 goals, but I feel like because they are less, they are very like focused. A lot of them are routine like goals, things I would need to work on every month. That is not something I can accomplish one month, and I think that will also create like, to make sure the goal is possible, every month I have to switch certain things, but it will also like be really focused. My January goals genuinely do appear like there are a lot. Even like at this particular point of my life, I do not have that many goals I want to accomplish in a month. I genuinely just take like 4 goals, and I'm like, those are the goals I'm gonna focus on. But like I said, those are mainly like the routine I want to establish, so I did just write them down so I can see it for myself. In the month of January, I really want to create a routine of what my normal day looks like. I want to like wake up on Monday morning and know what I'm accomplishing, first of all, throughout the entire week, and also that day in particular. And I genuinely love it, like when people are like, you know how back in school or uni or some or things like that, used to be like, we used to have like a timetable, and I think it's like really difficult nowadays like to have other things that are going on except from like work. I love it when I'm watching videos and people are like, or like I've scheduled in my calendar or something like that, I'm meeting people at this particular time. I literally always fall in love. So that's something I really want to work on, like establishing in January. And I do want, and I think, like I said, all the things I'm gonna cite now are really things, unless there are certain that are not, but I would like say what they are. But things like moving my body and exercising 3 times a week gonna be part of that routine. Drinking more water, taking vitamins, caring for my skin and my hair gonna be part of that routine. Meal prepping, not really, but I do want to spend the month of January like not only trying healthy but also like new recipes. I do want to start buying more fruits and veggies. It's something I started towards the end of this year. I also want to like start using the whitening strips, which I'm gonna buy. And like I think I'm gonna try that, and if it doesn't work, just like literally go to a dentist or something. I want to, like, that is gonna be part of the routine, of course. Get focused with skincare mentioned up there. I also want to travel this month to London, and I think I'm gonna have to anyways. I want to create 4 videos on YouTube, like I said. I want to spend less time using my screens at night, and finally I want to pray and read a book of the Bible this month. Like pray every day and read a book and finish a book of the Bible by the end of the month. So those are basically my goals for the month of January. I apologize if my face looks like shit. It's literally 4 a.m. in the morning. Like, you might not believe it, but it's 4:51 on a Wednesday. Oh my god. I played myself, didn't I? I actually played myself. Well, it's fine. Like, it's the holidays. I'm taking a break, so it's fine. Anyways, all I want to say is like, thank you guys, thank you all for watching. Today is of course the 28th of December. Hopefully I'll try everything in my power to have that video up before the 1st, or like the latest by the 1st or the 2nd of January. I do have a video I'm working on. I really have to work on my sleeping schedule. It's not because it's like the holidays that I should be doing this. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, if you have anything you want to say in the comments, anything you liked, please just let me know in the comment section down below. I'm so happy, like, if you've made it through here. Know that I love you, and I hope you getting ready for the year 2023. I know you're gonna smash it. I believe in you and I love you, and see you in my next video. Love you, mes amours. Bye.